You're watching Tom Green, Natalie Tisdall, and Angie Austin. This is News 2 This Morning.
Coming up, is stress making you depressed, maybe fat? You feel sick? We're going to explain how to combat stress, which some experts say is the underlying factor in 85% of diseases. That's coming up in the next half hour.
Now, stress can make you fat, sick, and depressed. That's what pharmacist and author Dr. Jim LaValle says. He stops by to show us how we can find out if we're stressed and how to manage those feelings.
Well, I can answer yes to a lot of these things. Is stress making you depressed, sick, overweight? According to health expert and author Dr. Jim LaValle, the answer is yes. So how do you know if you are stressed out and if that is causing problems for you? Dr. LaValle, pharmacist and author of the book Cracking the Metabolic Code, joins us live in studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us.
It's great being here.
Do you think a lot of people don't recognize their problems as stress?
Oh, I think the majority of people are in that situation. You know, when you say, are you stressed, I think most people think, well, I'm not anxious, I'm not nervous,
so
I'm not falling apart.
Yeah, stress can do so many things to us physically and mentally.
Well, I think for most people, they don't realize that just being overcommitted, you're waking up at 6 a.m., you're not going to bed till midnight, you've got traffic jams and email problems.
Kids to take to soccer, work,
dogs and cats in the streets, right? All that stuff's going on, right? But all those things are fueling chronic stress hormone release in your body, and those stress hormones actually start to dictate a change in your chemistry, which is going to lead you to gaining weight, craving foods, feeling less emotionally stable, a little more flat.
So is it a physical thing? Is it taking some of those things out of our life to take away the stress, or are there things we can do? And I know that you speak specifically to some of the vitamins, some of the things that we need. What do you recommend?
Well, I think it's a balance. I mean, for one, some people don't have a choice. They're working 2 jobs. They're a single parent. They're taking care of an elderly parent, and yet they still have children at home. So, you know, there's no way to avoid it. So that's where I try to get across the message to people. You know what? Do things that will make you more resilient to stress. So whether it's taking vitamins or minerals or specific nutrients that help calm your stress response, taking 5 minutes a day to learn how to do some stress reduction, or maybe even just making sure you take the time to exercise a little bit. Start taking some small steps that begin to manage it, because some of us don't have a choice.
Okay, can you take us through a few of the things you might recognize if you are stressed, some of the things you might crave, some of the problems you might have? For instance, I know you say if you crave sweets, carbs, salty foods, all 3 right here. I mean, it's the first thing I go for is a bagel or crackers or something like that.
Absolutely, and you know, that's why the chocolate covered potato chips becoming so popular, right? Well, when you crave sweet, salty, carbohydrate-based foods, that means that your brain's actually telling you, help me cool down. I've been overexcited from stress, and it pushes these triggers to get you to eat those carbohydrates, because it literally calms you down, and people will eat past being full just to feel more calm.
So is it okay to go for that then? Is your body telling you you need the carbs, or do you need to stay away from it because that's making it worse?
Well, I think what you need to do is reduce that stress signaling during the day. That's where compounds like theanine or Relora, they're both natural products. You can get them at the local health food stores or pharmacies that help you to calm your stress down so you don't have the cravings. Because you know what? When you start taking in a lot of carbs and a lot of sweets,
you're going to gain weight.
You're going to gain weight. You're going to develop insulin resistance, potentially push you towards diabetes. And stress hormones accelerate belly fat, so you end up putting visceral fat right around that belly.
All is bad. Any other signs that you can give? I know your book is chocked full of them, but any other things that you need to watch out for?
Well, some big ones: snapping at your family members, and then when you're going, oh my gosh, why'd I do that, right?
You regret it,
Exactly. You having midday fatigue issues, dropping at 2 o'clock, relying on caffeine excessively. You know, everybody likes a good cup of coffee, but you know, a lot of people are now relying on 5, 6, 8 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah,
that means that, you know, stress is getting the best of your energy.
Starbucks all day.
Oh yeah, they got the caffeine sprinkles now at Starbucks, I think, you know. And then sleeping issues is another big one. If you're having trouble getting to sleep or waking up in the middle of the night, that means that stress has overcome your brain chemistry, and you really can't let yourself come down.
Wow, so many things that can affect you. You don't realize that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for the advice this morning. If you'd like some more, the name of the book again is
Cracking the Metabolic Code.
Terrific. Thank you. We appreciate it.